Does anyone ever use Booking.com? Generally, it's hotels, hotel rooms, holidays, that sort of thing. I know of it. I've had some experience with it. Well, I received a rather alarming email from a subscriber who thinks they've been ripped off. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Last video of the day. Thank you very much for your support as always and coming along again. Please make sure you do what you do. Hit all the right buttons, share the content, hit the like button and help the channel grow. It's very much appreciated. And boy, are we growing. It's great. Well, Booking.com, very simple website. Go on, book a hotel room, whatever that happens to be. It appears there's a little bit of foul play maybe going on in the background. I received an email from a subscriber which I'll read to you now and see what you think of this. I'm obviously not going to tell you their name, keep that anonymous. Hi Andy, British families being scammed by Booking.com. Oh, I love scam alerts. In August of this year I used Booking.com to pay for 2 hotels in France where you had to pay in advance through Booking.com. You will see from the attached documents, I've had a look at them, that the first hotel was the Ibis Dijon Gare, and the final price after the exchange rate was £249.84. This included the room rate, 10% VAT, and city tax. The second hotel was the Holiday Inn Express Lille, and the final price after the exchange was $324.79, which included room rate, 10% VAT, and the city tax. You'll see from the attached receipts that when I arrived at both the hotels, I was charged a city tax by the hotel. He's obviously paid it already online. So I questioned this, and I was informed that because we're from the UK, Booking.com does not pass on the city tax and they keep that for themselves. My partner, who speaks fluent French, then asked if she could see the paperwork that Booking.com had sent to the hotel, and they agreed. And the final price that the hotel received was the room rate and the 10% VAT, but not the city tax. So they've been charged the city tax, but it's not been passed on to the hotel where they're going. The hotel looked at other bookings through Booking.com that had been paid for by any person that lived within the EU, and the city tax had been passed on to the hotel. I contacted Booking.com, and they just ignored me. I also found out that they are selling your full name, address, bank account details, and telephone numbers to hundreds of different companies throughout the EU. I contacted the ASA for their misleading advertisement stating that the city tax is paid, and they replied stating that being a Dutch company they're not covered under UK law, but because of the nature on Booking.com basically stealing money from UK families, the ASA have passed the details over to the EU advertising regulator to see if they'll take legal action. Thousands of UK families use Booking.com every year to book hotels within the EU, and regardless of where you are within the EU, like Spain, etc., you pay city tax. So based on this, you just take an extra £10 per hotel times 10,000 bookings from UK families. Booking.com are basically stealing 100 grand every year from UK holiday makers. I contacted the data protection team at Booking.com, and you'll see the reply below, which basically translates to get lost because you're from the UK. And they basically said, "Dear Sir, Madam, we refer to your request to exercise your right to erasure." Booking.com, established in the Netherlands, is the owner and operator of the Booking.com online reservation service, and therefore the data controller of all customer data processed when provided its online travel-related services. Booking.com falls under the jurisdiction of the Dutch Data Protection Authority. Kind regards. Now, that basically says to me they're not going to do anything about it. Get knotted. So, you pay for a hotel, you pay the room, you pay the VAT, and you pay the city tax. You go to the place and you'll charge the city tax, because despite the fact Booking.com have to pass this on. They're not. They're keeping it to themselves and charging you at source. And then you get to the hotel and they try and charge you again. That's a bit fishy, don't you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyone else had this? Be interested to find out. Anyway, that's it. That's me done for the day. Have a good one, folks. I'll see you at the weekend. Toodaloo.